here, moving in the midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, I worship you.
Yes.
You are here.
Yeah. Y'all ready for tonight? I don't think y'all ready.
I worship you.
Give y'all a little bit of my testimony today.
You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching everyone. I worship you.
Jesus.
I worship you. You are here, healing everyone. Oh, I worship you. Jesus, I worship you. Turn the lives around. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah, the waymaker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah, sing it again. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. That is who you are. Jesus, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Oh, that is who you are. And that is who you are. Oh, and that is who you are. That is who you are. My Jesus, that is who you are. That is who you are. Oh, yes, you are. That is who you are.
Y'all ready? I hope y'all can hear me. I hope my microphone is working tonight. You know, it's been a while since I got on live. I got a lot to let out. What's better, right? Take advantage and practice some more. Here I come. Take a couple puff of my cigarette. You know, I definitely gotta stop smoking. Oh man. God bless y'all. I hope you're having a good night. I hope God bless y'all today. It's definitely a blessing to wake up every day. I thank God every day. Every day I wake up, I sit up. I have that little moment. and I got my timer set up. I kind of set it up that now it's just set up, and I just let it be. Um, you know, excuse me. You know, I just let it. I just let it run. So every night, at like 4 in the morning, I get up, I sit up, and I have that silence, 10 minutes of complete silence, nothing coming out of my mouth at all. You know, just my mind running, my heart, and I try to just meditate and just think of what I want to do. What do I really want to do? Why am I letting, you know, my anxiety get the best of me? You know, instead of my pride. You know, they both different things. You know, and I start to learn that. I start to learn a lot about myself. Spending time with myself. Taking classes. Because I've already finished all my programs. So now I'm just taking classes and volunteering for everything else. And most important, starting to learning how to read. I didn't get that chance to go to school. I wasn't pushed to go to school every day. So I just remember me going to the second grade. I really didn't pay attention. And I always thought it was too late. And now that I'm 50 years old, I realized that it's not too late. Ain't nothing never too late. And ain't no dream never too big. Because your negativity, your darkness life, and especially your anxiety and everything else, they try to tell you that you can't be that's too much for you. You can't handle that. You know, you can't be that person that you thinking. But it's for a reason that it come to you. And we all got a talent. We all got something, you know, and life put us through something so that we could be that. It's up to us to find our talent. It's up to us to find ourselves. And that's what I'm learning. And I'm learning now I'm learning that my whole life, my whole life I let the negativity and the not being able to do it get to me. So I went back to the streets because I thought there was no other way. You know, I thought there wasn't no other way at all. You know, only the streets, because I couldn't read, I couldn't write, and if I couldn't do certain things, you know, anymore when I was a kid. See, when I was a kid, I was a hustler from really young, from like 7 years old. I always went out there. I used to escape out of my house and go out there. And there used to be this place that was like a place where they used to buy stuff for stores, and I'll go in there and take it and put it in their trunk. And they give me $1 and $2. This is back in the late 80s. I was probably 7 years old. I'm 50 years old. And I remember I always was a hustler. And then when I reached 10 and 11, 12, 13, we lived right by the bay, where all the restaurants was at. We was like the poor people right in the middle with our little house, you know. And so we worked there. I used to be a busboy, or we parked the cars, or washed the boats. It was always something. We even stood at the houses and went to trips with them and everything. We was part of their family because we lived there. And we had horses and all that fun stuff. And then through time, my mom, she was struggling so much that we all started to struggle. So there was times where I had to, I was never really into drugs until I got into my teens, my 18, 19, 20. I would say 20 years old, 19. The first time I really start hustling, like 18 years old. Um, I lived in Jersey City, and I lived with my father, and we drove trucks. And me and my cousin, uh, we wanted to sell weed, so we would go up to Brooklyn to a Jamaican store and buy nickel bags and go back in Jersey City and sell them for dimes. Um, and that was the first time that I got a taste of that money. It changed my life. It started to make me an evil person because I knew I had so much pain inside and so much scar because that's what raised me my whole life. The pain, the pain basically made me, and my scars raised me. My whole life was fighting. And now, I'm finding peace. I'm finding myself. I found God. And don't get it messed up, ain't none of us perfect. I'm broken. I come from a completely dark world. North Philadelphia, Kensington, everywhere, from all over, really. I used to get that money. I was, one of them lions in that jungle, rumbling, you know. Let me tell you, yeah, my whole life, I never thought I would make it out. I made some choices. That wasn't me no more, that it wasn't worth my life, that it wasn't worth my freedom. Because you think back, right, how much you would give for your life. There ain't no price. If you knew that you was gonna die right there and then, if you don't give up your whole billion-dollar operation, you would give it all up just to live. Because your mentality is that you could start over. You got life to do it. Without life, ain't nothing. That's the key, life, period. So I made that choice, and I didn't know anything else. So I started to get into stuff, and I started taking pills, and pills left me to drugs that I started using from the same drugs that I used to sell and get rich off of and make money off of. And I started experiencing all type of darkness, but it was the type of darkness that was gonna kill me just as well, any second. And I had to make those choices too. And that's how far I come today, making them big choices. Not letting my anxiety, dealing with my anxiety now, because I always fed it. I always fed it everything it asked me for, drugs, pills, whatever. My anxiety, it took the best of me. And I'm learning how to deal with it now and deal with myself and learning how to be a father, and breaking that pattern that I grew up with.
Hey guys, this is the before. And
Because, excuse me, I know my kids, later on, they at least, right? It, like I said, don't ever think it's nothing too late, because even if you save one, it's a difference. And for me to be able to save two, my two most little ones, oh man, it's a blessing. I have learned so much that I wish I would have done with my other ones. And I would think they would be so close to me. If I was this father that I learned how to be today, this person that I learned today. Today I could look at myself in that mirror and not fear myself. Today I know and be thankful that, I don't gotta worry about what's gonna happen. I don't gotta have a gun on my hip. I don't gotta have a gun under my seat. I don't gotta be in tinted windows or changing cars or, wow, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. But yeah, that's what I'm learning. I've been taking motivationals, speeches, learning how to deal with my anxiety, learning how to deal with myself, learning how to get to know myself, and how to keep going, and how to pursue my dreams a whole different way. And I feel like this is the way. I lived it. What most better than that, right? Than to share it and save some people, you know, because I know that when I speak in a room, when I learn how to put it out there, right, how to make that impact, how to get that attention of that person, um, you know, that's what I'm learning. I'm learning how to not let my anxiety, because a lot of times I want to do this and I'll be like, or my excuses, I start to think, I really can't do it. I already reached everything. I really can't do it. Like, is it really gonna happen for me? Because um, yeah, and I start to lose that faith. I start to lose that energy, and and that's what it's about, because that's what it is. The enemy try to tell you can't, and the enemy want to celebrate that you couldn't do it, and I mean, and everybody else that doubted you, you hear me, and everybody else that really laughed at you, because that's what, look at him, he think he gonna do it too, he think he gonna, you know, and wow, yeah, that's what keeps me going is I step back and I look how far I come, how many times I got up and kept on going, and why now? You know, I'm not falling no more. I know how to stay up now. I know how to stay on my 2 feet now. I know how to hold my hands up now, to God, and praise God and put it on God. And I know that God will take care of it and make that way. He will make a way for you no matter what, no matter who he got to use or what he got to do, but he make a way. You got to have that faith. And that's what I learned. And I'm learning today that he is working his way with me. It's going to be big. It's going to work itself. But I want to. I don't want to waste it, man. I don't want to think that what could have been if I would have. No, I don't want that. I just want to do it. I failed all my life. So what is it to fail a couple more times? Because eventually you're going to pass, It's like a test. It's like a driving test. You fail so many times that eventually you pass, That's what I'm learning. I'm learning how to drive myself, how to take care of myself, how to learn and how to deal with myself, deal with my anger, deal with my pain, learn how to use it a different way. And that's what I'm learning today. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to learn how to deal with myself, and learn how to let go, of things that are damaging you, and how to realize who appreciate you and who do not, and learn to let go what doesn't appreciate you, and keep going. And that's what I'm learning today. It's hard. It's hard because through this whole starting over with myself, it's been tough, man. It have not been easy, and I'm still saying the same thing 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later. I'm in 2.5 years. It's a blessing. I'm still saying the same thing, because you think that first 6 months after you recover that you made it, and no. I was just getting started. I was just recovering myself. It took me 6 months to recover from all the detox, and because it was a blessing for me. God removed it. He removed it all. One shot deal. Let me get rid of this music for a second. Excuse me. So yeah, I was blessed, man. Seriously, because God removed it from me, step by step. Everything is like that, right? It's like a 12-step program, but it's bigger than that. It gets bigger than that when you're starting over. It's not that easy. I used to think that, oh man, I could take a couple 100,000 and just leave and start over. But when you got that couple 100,000, you feel like you need more. Because now, you got bigger habits. You got a more fancier car. your spending is big now. It's no longer you're spending a couple $100s. When you're handling that much money, that means you got a lot of money coming in. And yeah, it becomes that. Your expenses become bigger and your want become big more. And you want more and you want more. I know. I'm a living proof. It's not worth my life. It's not worth my freedom. It's not worth putting my kids, because you don't just put yourself through it. A lot of people, they don't realize they got kids. You put your kids through risk too. People, man, they kidnap your kids. Look, when I was out there in them streets, man, I was playing the game. Everything goes. Everything goes. Pickaboo. You see me, now you don't. Everything goes. It's a game. It's a big, dark game. But, yeah, you put your whole family in danger. Your kids, everybody in danger. And the more you get, the bigger you get, the more people you put in danger. So that they people that you love, they will kill them. People, if they can't get to you, that's what happens. I know. I'm a living proof. Yeah, I'm so thankful for God to chose me, for me to be chosen. For me, I'm so thankful. Oh man, and I know He knows that I'm starting over. So, I got big demands. I want a lot. So if I want a lot, I gotta let that talent out. I gotta let whatever it is that I have in me to make it. But most important, you gotta put God, Jesus. Jesus is the only way, so that's what I believe. That's what I feel. I feel that Spirit. I feel the Holy Ghost. He showed up for me over and over again, and He has shown me in every way that He is the way, that He will provide in every way, and that's who I follow. Jesus. He's the only way to God. He's the only way there. You got to go through Jesus Christ. That's what it says in the Bible, right? It don't say go through Muslim. It don't say go through. It says go through Jesus Christ to get to me. So you cannot pray to me through. You got to pray through Jesus Christ. Everything goes through Him. That's why I send Him out to the world. He's the only one that have come back from the dead. Tell me who else? Nobody else has ever come back from the dead. Nobody in this world has ever come back from the dead. He's the only one. So you got to go through Him. That's why. What else do you got to go to prove it? He has sent the lightning. He has sent anything else to prove it. Man, what He's doing with me is big. I love it. And I want to start back, man. I want to get back to myself, get back to that energy that I had. It felt great. I was happy. And it's crazy because sometimes when you're a couple and you go through a lot of that darkness with your partner, a lot of 9 out of 10, it's very rare that they both be on the same note. It comes to a time where the road kind of go a whole different way, and you can't control that. You can't change that. So that other person that see you on that other side, it start to, because the enemy still got a hold of that person, it start to get jealous. The enemy start to get jealous and want to pull you back with that too. So you got some choices to make, and that's what I'm going through. After I went through all this recovering, I had to make choices. My kids, they're going to be there for me forever. They're going to take care of me. I just got to make sure they get what they got to get, break this pattern, make sure they see a whole different way of life. And I feel like the other ones, they will come through. and they will forgive me just as well. And they will be proud of me and break that pattern and change and move on and stop blocking it. Stop blocking what God got for you. You know, sometimes you gotta let go. You gotta let the old things, let the old habits, you gotta let it all go. You say you're starting over and that's what happens, you know. So when you're dealing with God, it's a difference though. When you're dealing with God, you don't make those choices. God make them. God take out who's good for you. He put in front of you. Who's not good, he removed them. He. It's gonna come time where, cause that's what happening to me now. Is at the time where I'm far away. I'm by myself. I'm not with my wife no more. We becoming further and further apart. It's different now. And I'm on some alone time with God, and that's important. Excuse me. Yeah, you know, I'm having some alone time with God. That's important. You know, let me make sure it's still on. But definitely, it's a blessing. You know, I'm sorry. I gotta answer this phone.